Let's be honest. If we wanted to, we could always find something to be upset about. The real question is, what do you focus on most? Is it your past, your present, or your future? We all dip into each of them, sure. But where do you live most of the time? High achievers often live in the future, always chasing what's next. But here's the paradox. All the joy lives in the present moment. Most people, though, get stuck in the past. And that's a trap. Because no matter how much you revisit it, you can't rewrite it. If you stay focused on what's missing, what went wrong, or what you couldn't control, you drain your power. There are really two worlds we live in, the external world and the internal one. You can't control everything outside of you. You can influence it, sure, but full control? That's an illusion. What is under your control is your internal world, your focus, your interpretation, and your actions. You decide what things mean. You decide what matters. And once you make those decisions consciously, you take your power back. That's when anxiety starts to fade, especially when you use that power to serve something greater than yourself. Because here's the truth. When you live beyond just your own needs, your self-worth naturally grows. Want to feel more confident? Do something meaningful that helps someone else. We all know the two emotional forces that can wreck relationships, dreams, and peace of mind. Fear and anger. They're like poison. But there's one emotion that can't exist at the same time as fear or anger. Gratitude. You simply can't feel deeply grateful and be afraid or furious at the same time. It's impossible. Take someone like Steph Curry. He launches a shot from half court, turns away before it even drops, and just smiles. He knows it's going in. That's not luck. That's the result of thousands of hours of commitment, belief, and internal mastery. So ask yourself, where is your focus today? And more importantly, where do you want it to be? People see Steph Curry draining shots from way beyond the arc, and they go, "It's unreal, this guy's a machine, the best to ever shoot the ball." And yeah, he is the greatest three-point shooter of all time. But what most people don't see is what built that greatness, that talent. It wasn't some lucky gift from the sky. Steph shoots 500 shots every single day. Not just weekdays, every day. No excuses. That's 3,500 shots a week. Over 160,000 shots a year. And he's done that for over 15 years. That's more than 2 million focused reps. So yeah, when he hits 3,600 threes in front of the world, it's not magic. It's math. It's consistency. It's mastery. I always say, you get applauded in public for what you sweat through in private. And I believe that everything in life has a purpose. That even the hard stuff, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And our job is to dig deep and figure out why. You'll face battles, inside yourself and out in the world. But if you don't give up, if you keep showing up, you eventually conquer those inner demons. You become the hero of your own story. And when that happens, you don't just know your strength, you embody it. People feel that. It's not something you read in a book or heard in a podcast. It's something you've lived. And just when you think the journey's over, a new one begins. Another mountain shows up. Another challenge calls you. And that's the beauty of life. It's never done. It's always inviting you to grow. Now, people often ask me, how do I build real self-esteem when I'm always so hard on myself? Here's the truth. I'm not sure self-esteem is the ultimate answer. Being hard on yourself isn't a bad thing, as long as you also acknowledge your wins, celebrate your progress. Too many people only focus on their flaws, their past, what someone said to them as a kid. But you know what? Self-esteem isn't something someone gives you. It's something you earn. You can have the whole world cheering you on, telling you you're brilliant, talented, amazing, and still not believe it. Because the only person whose opinion really shapes your self-worth is you. Someone could look you in the eye and say, "You're worthless. You'll never amount to anything." And yeah, that kind of thing sticks. But there's a voice inside you that can say, "Just watch me." That defiance, that hunger, it can fuel greatness. Many people have turned that pain into purpose, but real self-respect doesn't come from proving someone wrong. It comes from doing things that are genuinely hard, when you know deep down, I showed up for this, I pushed through. It's not about bragging, it's not about posting it. It's the quiet stuff, the battles nobody sees. That's where true confidence is born. And here's the secret. The more you do hard things that actually matter, things that go beyond just your own ego, the stronger your self-worth becomes. Because you're no longer the center of the universe. You've got something bigger than you to serve. That changes everything. If you really want self-esteem, stop chasing it. Find something that matters more than your self-image. Pour your energy into that. Because when you stop thinking about yourself all the time, those nagging doubts start to disappear. Ask yourself, what do I really want out of this life? Not what your parents want. Not what society tells you to chase. You. What's your vision? For some, it's a peaceful family life. For others, it's launching a business, writing a novel, or changing the world in some small way. Whatever it is, live your definition of an extraordinary life, not someone else's. And if you can move toward that in a way that lifts others along the way, that's a kind of fulfillment no compliment or external praise can touch. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should go easy on yourself. I'm not. I hold myself to a high standard. But the problem starts when we beat ourselves up for not being someone we were never meant to be. We fall into these useless comparisons, comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. But we all grow differently. We all walk different paths. Eventually, you realize, being firm with yourself is fine, but constantly tearing yourself down, that just drains your energy. And when your energy's low, you produce less, you smile less, you connect less. You start to feel like life is just a grind. That's why I believe self-esteem should be earned. But even more than that, it should be replaced with purpose. Something to pour yourself into. Something that pulls you forward when motivation fades. When I started my journey, my fuel was fire. It was anger. It was "I'll show you." And that got me moving. But that fuel burns out fast. Then came the need to succeed. But under that, fear. What if I fail? That kind of drive doesn't last either. The next level is when you stop trying to prove anything, because you know who you are. You've tested yourself, you've been through it, and now you're not pushing, you're pulled. You're pulled by a vision, by a mission, by something meaningful. It's not about grinding every day just to keep up. It's about giving fully, trusting that if you do, the right doors will open. So yeah, push can get you started, but pull will take you the distance.